Hi yogis, and welcome to Totally Holistic Health. It's lovely to have you join me. This week we're going to do quite a gentle practice, principally because a lot of the time, it's actually to have a regular yoga practice is a really, really good idea. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get on the mat and do like an hour's practice every day. Sometimes even just a 10-15 minute practice is actually better doing that throughout the week rather than doing just one big sort of long practice and a class sort of later in the week. So sometimes I appreciate that, you may not feel as if you want to do sort of quite a strong practice. So quite nice just to, if you're feeling a little bit tired, but you do feel you want to get on the mat, this is a really nice practice that we can do together, just to really help move the body a little bit, just to iron out any kinks. If you've been sitting at a desk all day, it's a really nice one to do. Again, really nice and calming of the body. And again, it's also quite a nice one to do first thing in the morning as well when you've just got up, because you feel a little bit sort of sluggish. So again, it'll wake you up a little bit, but then just settle you down a little bit, just calm the whole body down. So if you do have a blanket, it's quite nice to use a blanket. The reason why we use a blanket, it just raises the bottom up a little bit, so it just allows the pelvis to tilt a little bit forward. If you haven't got a blanket, you could use a pillow as well, and then just fold the pillow in half as well. So we'll just pop that behind me, and then come on to that nice upright posture. So what we're trying to do here is just tilt the pelvis so the knees come down a little bit. So again, what you're doing there is just allowing the body to become nice and tall. So just see if you can just bring the shoulder blades down the back, and just imagine a lovely little thread coming out the top of the head that draws the head over the heart and the heart over the pelvis. So then you've got a lovely upright posture. So it's nice and soft, but it's still very nice and upright as well. So we're using the core a little bit here just to give ourselves a nice upright pose. So just bring those shoulder blades down the back. So just opening up the heart a little bit. And just take a few breaths here. If you've got issues with your knees, you might find it more comfortable to bring your legs out in front of you, which is absolutely fine as well. So just nice and comfortable. So we're just looking for sort of softness, but also alertness as well. So you are sort of still checking into our body. So use the breath, breathing in and out nice and gently. Then we're going to bring the left hand onto the heart centre and the right hand just onto the belly. Just allow the hands to rest softly as you're breathing in. Really feel that connection with the breath and the heartbeat. Feel that lower belly just rise and fall as you're breathing. So breathing into the belly, feel that belly rise. As you're breathing out, just allow it just to float back towards the spine. And then one full breath in and out again. Maybe sighing out through the mouth. Just feel that lovely negative energy just releasing from the whole of the body. So we're going to come into some side bends now. So again, it's just bringing the fingertips onto the floor next to you. Again, so try to really open up the chest, nice and square in the shoulders. So we're just going to walk the right hand away from us, placing the right hand onto the floor. Now the left hand can come onto the hip. Slowly we're going to lower the right hand down, the right elbow down towards the floor. So again, really feel that lovely opening up in the left side of the body. Now we haven't worked on the shoulders, so if your shoulders are a little bit sore, you can just keep your hand on that hip. But if your shoulders are okay, you can bring the left arm overhead. And again, really reaching up towards the sky. Really opening up the side ribs. And again, it's quite nice to play here a little bit, so you can really open up towards the ceiling if you want to really open up the heart. Again, that feels quite nice in the left side of the body, but it can put a little bit of strain on the lower back, so don't overstretch it. And quite nice just to move the head a little bit from side to side, just to release the neck. And then gently, slowly coming back to centre. Okay, so we're going to just come to the second side, so bringing The left hand onto the floor next to us. Right hand can come onto the hip to start off with, and lowering the left elbow down towards the floor. Really opening up that side body. Again, if the right arms feel okay, you can bring them overhead, really stretching up. Again, really opening up to the heart, to the ceiling. If you want to move the head a little bit from side to side to release the neck, that's also fine. And then gently releasing back to centre, nice and tall. So again, you should feel nice and elongated in the side body now. So we're going to come onto our backs. So if you have got your handy blanket, it's quite nice just to pop that underneath you as well, so it just adds a little bit of coziness. So I'm just going to place mine onto the floor. Okay, so gently coming onto our backs. So we're going to have the knees nice and bent. So bring the knees, if you want to, as close to the bottom as you can. Ideally, your knees should be about hip width apart. So if you do find that they're a bit sort of moving a little bit away a bit, or they're not as steady, just try to maybe pop a book, or if you've got a yoga block in between your knees, it's also quite a good thing to do. So also just see if we could just bring those shoulder blades under the back a little bit. So just very gently, just move the chest a little bit from side to side as you move those shoulder blades under the back a little bit, and then you should have your fingertips a little bit closer to your feet. So what this does, it opens up the heart, again really helps with the breath. So we're going to do a very gentle bridge, or a very gentle bridge. So we're going to just very slowly push the lower back into the floor, tilt the pelvis, and slowly raise the bottom up a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. Stretch on the whole front body, so keep the glutes nice and strong. You should feel a nice stretch in those quads. And then slowly releasing back down onto the floor. And then very gently coming back up again. So pushing down with the lower back, slowly raising the bottom up. Again, this time you can also interlock the fingers underneath the back. Draw the shoulder blades slightly closer together. Very gently raise the bottom up. So again, you've got a lovely stretch here, so you're really stretching the psoas muscle. Really good if you've been sitting down all day. Use the breath, keeping it nice and steady. And then slowly releasing the hands, and then releasing the bottom back down onto the floor. Okay, so we're going to bring the feet up now. Again, just doing some nice circles with those knees. Gently releasing the lower back. Okay, so we're going to bring the arms nice and wide. So again, it's best if the palms are facing down onto the floor. We're just going to allow both our knees to drop out to the left. So just very slowly bring both knees to the left. And if you've got issues with your back, you might just want to keep your feet on the floor. But if they feel okay, just allow both knees to come down. So ideally the shoulder blades should stay on the floor. So if you want to, you can also use your left hand just to slowly ease that thigh over. And again, it's quite nice just to turn the head away from that bent leg to the right, picking up the right shoulder. You've got a lovely stretch in the right side of the body. It's really nice. Just very gently easing and coaxing, unraveling the body. And bring the left hand back out. So use the core a little bit here just to very gently bring the knees back to centre. And again, we're going to rock the knees over to the right. So again, it might feel slightly tighter on one side than the other, but again, using the right hand just to very gently ease that hip down, keeping the shoulder blades nice and level. And again, you can turn your head away from the bent knees if you want to, or you can keep them nice and level. Again, that's your choice, yogi's choice today. So okay, a lovely stretch all the way through the pecs into the right, so the left side of the body. And slowly releasing back to centre. So we're going to just bend our knees and just grab hold of either our big toes or the soles of the feet. We're coming to a happy baby pose. So again, really nice. Just to rock a little bit from side to side. A really good stretch on the inside of the thighs. And again, you can just stay still if you want to, or again, depending on how happy your baby is, you can just rock a little bit from side to side. Again, a really nice massage on the back as well. Now very slowly, I'm going to just release those feet down. And very gently bring the left hand back onto the heart, the right hand back onto the tummy. Again, just feel that lovely connection with the breath and the heartbeat. As always, you can stay here as long as you need to, unless you've got somewhere to go, obviously. But when you feel that you've finished, very slowly, we're going to roll onto our side, come up to a seated position. And again, just allow ourselves just to settle, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Really feel that lovely elongation in the spine, nice releasing in the body. Bring the hands into the heart centre. Slowly bring the chin down towards the chest. I'm just really offering a bit of gratitude for taking this short time out of your day just to help nourish and nurture your body. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Until next time. See you again soon. Bye bye.